What's up, guys? Green Dude here, and we're up to our fucking third take on this bloody introduction. Anyways, this is our podcast, BroChat. I've got Joel here, Michael, otherwise known as Veggie, and Pat. So, Joel, you want to go first? Say hi.
Hi, it's Joel.
Anyways, Michael. Can you stop laughing and introduce yourself, Michael? Oh my god. Alright, and Pat, you want to say hi? Oh my god.
Oh,
You know, this podcast is already a bitch enough to edit on my own.
Alright, let's keep going.
Anyways, we're just gonna go with it, guys. Okay. The topics for today. Alright, you done? Good. Topics for today. You're still not done! Oh my god! Fucking put some tape over your mouth or something.
Alright, settle down. Alright.
Anyways.
should we start again or what?
No, we're rolling with it.
Yeah.
I'll cut it out if anything, but we're sticking with it. Anyways, guys, the topics for today, we have the PlayStation 4. It's estimated to be priced around the $500 mark. Not $5. The Ouya versus the Piston. These two new indie consoles, if we're going to call it.
Yeah.
The Justice League movie script has been trashed, so whoever's written it up did a shit job, and they've gone ahead and trying to find a replacement. And finally, Django Unchained, probably one of the best movies this year, and one of the most goriest and funniest movies. We're just going to be giving our little, I guess, thoughts and impressions on it. Anyways, going right into it, the PS4, according to the Japanese currency converter, is about 40,000 yen or something, which comes to about $400 to $500. So that's pretty expensive for a current day console. Don't get me wrong, the original PS3 was like fucking $1,000 when it first came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's acceptable.
yeah. I mean, how much is the Wii U now, Pat?
The Wii U is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, $380. Let me I'll check for you. So
How much did you pay for yours? Do you remember?
No.
Okay, well, there's the Elite Wii U or something, like a next level package if you want to pay more or something for it. Anyways, so the PS4 is supposed to be $400, $500. I personally think that it'll actually be more because the 3DS was estimated to be about, I think, $300, and when it first came out, it ended up being like $350, $400.
Yeah.
So I reckon it'll be about the $500, $600 mark because of the specs, and the companies don't really want to have to sell it at a loss. Like, maybe they'll have to, but really, for the specs that we're getting, I don't know whether that's standard or whatever, or it's pretty crazy compared to the original PS3 being only 256 megabytes. And I'd assume that the Xbox is only going to be maybe a bit cheaper, if not around the same price, just for competition-wise.
Just to confirm, the white basic pack for the Wii U, which is, the less powerful, not less powerful, but less memory, is $348 at EB Games.
Yeah.
And the 32 gig, the black, is $428. So there's about an $80 difference. Yeah.
Yeah, just for like, what is it, a few gigabytes.
Yeah.
So are you guys happy about the price? Are you willing to fork over that money?
Oh, yes.
I'm not going to buy a PS4 in the first place, but yeah, I think it's a reasonable
What
price.
about,
honestly?
yeah, the Xbox? Would you, for that price?
I'd fork over that money for an Xbox.
When the Xbox 360 came out for the first time, it was around the same price as well, so I think it's pretty fair that they put it to that price.
I waited a bit for my Xbox 360, but I obviously don't know the starting price, but I got mine for only $300, which is, pretty cheap, especially now. It's like you can even get an Xbox Slim and Connect for like $99 or something, like depending on where you get it.
Yeah.
So obviously they'll come with bundles and like some kind of good deal and package and all that. But I don't know, maybe if it's worth waiting for it to drop a bit or whatever, but like...
Well, I mean, I'm interested to see how this goes because apparently the PS4, we'll call it, and the new Xbox, apparently they share some hardware, some like significant pieces of hardware. So, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see the price difference. I know if Xbox is, putting their prices down, it'll probably be just purely to be against PS4, I'd say. But I mean, gotta wait and see.
They can only lower the prices so much that it gets to the point where they're obviously losing too much money. I mean, don't get me wrong, everyone's gonna they'll sell so many millions of units quite easily, but it's up to the people to decide whether it's a purchase they want to get right away or not, like the Wii U. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Wii U didn't sell all that fast when it came out because I guess it's just seen as I personally see the Wii U as something but a new controller with better graphics. So yeah, maybe if the Xbox and the new PS4 are going to be that big of a deal, everyone will rush out and get it. And if it comes out with like the new COD or something, it'll be like the best timing. Everyone will run out and grab it.
Well, thing is though, I think timing was really important for the Wii U as well. It was just before December, so by Christmas, between Christmas and the release, people tend to bought their units. So, I mean, it's interesting that you think that though, because wasn't the Xbox to the Xbox 360 the same thing, same controller, but better graphics?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Valid point.
Frick, what was I about to say about the Xbox? Yeah, actually going to segue this into another mini topic. The Xbox 720, I'm not sure if it's going to have a whole new generation of like a Kinect system with it, but apparently the Xbox is going to have like a built-in mic kind of thing. So you know how you tell your Kinect like turn on movies or whatever. Open disc tray. I think it's going to already have that built in. So whether that's going to be just a standard part of the console, whether it's going to be like a big deal and they're going to want you to pay more for it, I don't know. But I guess both are going to have their own little unique specs and add-ons that'll make them stand out against the competition. So really, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's good if you're lazy and you want to sit on your ass and tell the Xbox to do everything. Oh yeah, and apparently the Xbox talks back to you as well.
What?
So like, if you ask her,
Michael will finally have a friend.
Yeah.
Yay.
Apparently, like if it's like Siri or something on the iPhone. If you like tell it to do something, it'll be like,
Siri's
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Anyways, moving on from the console section, we have Google's Android console, I think, the Ouya, versus the Piston, which is basically your gaming PC that you can almost fit in your pocket. So you can, I guess, go to a mate's house or whatever. All you need is a monitor, a screen or something, and you've got your amazing gaming PC that can be upgraded, new graphics card, new RAM, and it's going up against the Ouya, which will come out around a similar time, which is basically just your Android app store. And with a
it's
big
still
controller.
pretty. I'm pretty sure the actual processing systems as well are fairly similar. So in terms of what it's running, the engines that it'll be supporting, it's pretty good. But the Ouya and the Piston are actually pretty much the same size. There's a photo comparison. So
see, but that's not the thing. The Piston will do so much more than the Ouya. The Ouya will run like it's like iPhone apps pretty much.
Yeah.
Or not iPhone, like Android apps, and like you can enjoy mobile games for so long. Like, you'll get bored of them. Whereas the Piston, you said it's a gaming computer, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, just imagine if Justin had that instead of, like, logging his whole, like, 20-kilogram computer to your house.
The thing is, though, isn't it only dedicated for Steam? I thought the Piston was...
I think it is, but here's the thing. It is said that it can run either Windows or Linux.
Oh, okay.
And with that, I'm assuming that people will make the device do more because it's a bit open to developers like that. But I don't exactly know how the operating system and menu is going to work and all that kind of stuff. But really, for, I guess, Joel and Michael, I mean, actually even me, I'm not going to get the Ouya, maybe the Piston. But like, as Joel said, it's really like you're playing mobile games and there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
So, to you guys, is that something you would either give any of your time to, or is it just like a gimmick, do you think?
Yeah.
It's a gimmick.
You think it's a gimmick?
Oh, I wouldn't pay for the Ouya, no.
Well, I mean, look, the only reason I would consider the Ouya is because it's $100 and then nothing. You're not paying for games
Yeah, that's what I was gonna add. It's only $100, I think, for both of them.
Yeah,
Like, each.
and so I think from that, there are plenty of really well thought out mobile games. Games that I've spent a lot of time on. Like for example, the port overs for the Final Fantasies. That's they're old school, but they're still pretty good games, and so I can see why getting an Ouya would be a good idea. But in saying that, I don't think I would spend enough time on it. And the thing with the Piston as well is I've already got Steam, and I'm planning on buying a pretty decent computer, and I don't really. I'm not the type of person to take my computer to someone's house. I don't know why, but unless I'm staying over, I'm just stingy. But unless I'm like staying at someone's house for a few days, I don't really like to move it from its place.
Here's the thing, I see it as a casual device. Like, I think, if anything, the Ouya is something that'll, like, put Nintendo out of business. Because what it is it's taking all of your popular mobile pocket games, like, let's say Angry Birds, if that's on it, if they get Minecraft on it, they're going to get all your little pocket games that you love for casual gamers, put it all on a device with a controller. I mean, maybe kids don't like controllers, maybe kids like touch screens. But that's all it is. It takes a few simple casual games, maybe some casual RPG games or whatever, and I think that's enough to compete against Nintendo's Wii U, because that's all essentially the Wii U is.
It's not? No, I disagree with that. The Wii U's got so many port overs from Xbox and PS3.
But it took them so long to bring that over because...
That was strategic planning, though. Have you not
original
noticed the timing?
No, hang on. The original
timing.
Wii... Alright, the original Wii was seen as a childish console for an 8-year-old.
And also got the most sales over Xbox and PS3.
It does, but I'm saying this is how people view it. Like...
PS2 got more sales.
I mean, Wii Sports, you look at that, like... Come on, who plays that? Old people and 6-year-olds?
Hey, I played sometimes.
It came with the game. It came with the Xbox.
My point is, it fits the casual market.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, the audience that Nintendo got was only taken because they were the end of the PS2 generation.
Right.
But you can't forget that Nintendo did focus on handhelds so much more than the consoles.
Which is also the casual market. I'm saying that if it wasn't for Mario and Pokemon, Nintendo wouldn't. If it wasn't for Nintendo's exclusive and unique characters,
there you go.
They might not have that much going for them, because all it takes is this Ouya and the iPhone App Store and all of those app stores, and kids will, before you know it, drop the Nintendo handhelds and the Wii U console. Because would you rather pay $400 for a Wii U to play Mario Party, or $100 to play freaking some casual ripoff? I mean,
the thing is, though, like, target audience for any gaming has apparently hit 33 years old. So I think, like, in terms of focusing on kids, maybe that audience will kind of drop off. But I can tell you that I think the Wii U and Nintendo are giving a run for Xbox and PS3's money.
Yeah.
They're doing fine, but I really think it's the titles and the software that's holding the Wii U up, not the hardware. I reckon Nintendo can drop the whole console market and just go off into making Mario titles and Pokemon titles and all that stuff. Like, let's say, what if Mario and Pokemon was on the fucking Xbox, the PlayStation, the Xbox, the PlayStation, the iPhone? Can you imagine how much more money they'd have just from software instead of hardware?
But it's hardware,
it's
not
hardware
about
they've lost money.
Upgrades in the gameplay and the graphics, not to mention, due to the...
but, like, see, that these are all features that Nintendo doesn't like to reach out to. Like, Nintendo is very much about the enjoyment of playing, the experience of playing the game, and that's why they have so many fans on Pokemon, because Pokemon was such a revolutionary idea. They don't care for the money. They don't they can milk it sometimes, but Black and White 2 is still a pretty good game. It's probably one of the best sequels for a Nintendo game
but
on a
my
handheld.
point is that can be moved on to any other console and still be successful.
Can it, though?
All right, guys, we spent heaps long on this topic. We'll move on to our next topic.
I just want to say one thing. With the, what is it, the Pitman? What the fuck is it, Pitman?
Piston.
Piston.
Just cut that out.
Pitman.
With the Piston, I mean, like, if I were to sort of invest in getting it, I mean, it'd just be sort of one of the things that I'd play for a while, but then I just sort of forget about it, and it'll just be one of those things that are just covered in dust on the shelf eventually. I'll just move on from it.
All right.
Yeah.
Hang on. We've actually spoken more about the Ouya than the Piston. The Piston is supposed to be
Fuck, that was supposed to
Steam.
be the Ouya. Shit!
Yeah, you were talking about the
Yeah.
Ouya. The Piston is supposed to be, I'm pretty sure, Steam exclusive unless developers get around that programming and it actually turns into a pure computer, or maybe it is. I don't know the full details. But, so I'm pretty sure that Steam has COD. That's a big seller. It doesn't obviously have Halo because that's an Xbox exclusive. And it's got your lovable games like Team Fortress 2 and all that. So the Piston is, I guess, more towards the hardcore market, whereas the Ouya is more casual. But
Little
Well, I
kitty.
mean, in saying that, though, they both support indie games. So
yeah,
Yeah.
and the Piston's just got that next level when it comes to graphics and hardware and all that stuff, and it's supposed to be cheaper and more portable. Whereas you got your upcoming consoles, the Xbox and the PS4, they're actually going to make it that you can't buy secondhand games.
Yeah.
Once you put in that disc into your console, that's it. Like
pre-owned games are going to be redundant.
Pre-owned games are going to be gone. Your gaming stores are going to make less money. I'm not going to say to lose money, but had they turned CD games into downloadable titles only, I mean, don't get me wrong, they can't because our internet here in Australia fucking sucks.
Not for long though, with the NBN coming through.
Yeah, give it a few years.
That's been coming through
Yeah.
for like 3 years.
Blacktown's already got theirs, and half of Borkham Hills has theirs, but they should be getting it soon.
Oh, what the-
Anyways,
Oh.
if games were downloadable only, like EB Games, GameStop, and all that stuff, I don't think they'd be around for much longer because there's not much they can do besides sell controllers and the actual game units themselves. So yeah, I think we'll leave it at that because that's been fucking a long topic. Anyways, moving on. The Justice League movie, it's been announced. It had a script, and then I don't know. I think the director just looked at it and he's like, "No, out the window. It's shit." Basically, no one can think of a good plot line for Aquaman, whatever you want to call him. Aqua. I'm sorry. I think Aqua sounds better than Aqua.
No. I'm just saying, I will pay you all of my money that I can muster up
It's like
if you
5
can come up
cents.
with a good plot line for that guy.
Yeah, that's my point. I mean, maybe here's the big hold down because, I mean, all he does is swim with fish.
He's a guy that gets bitten by the waterbed and then, goes on a vengeance to stop all waterbeds.
Yeah, did you see that Family Guy skit where some woman's getting held down, we'll say it nicely, on the beach by some random gentleman,
Gentleman.
and he's just like there in the ocean. He's like, "Hey, leave her alone. I'm gonna do something." And she's like screaming for her. He's like, "Yeah, help me, do something." He's like, "Yeah, just you wait." And he like can't get out of the bloody ocean because he's freaking,
Aquaman. Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah.
I think I'm more of a DC guy because I'm just into Green Lantern and Batman, which is really interesting because Batman's like your kind of hardcore Dark Knight, anti-corruption bad guy fighting figure.
Only since recently,
Yes.
Yeah,
because there used to be so many like mockery movies about Batman, which is a shame.
I don't want them to go back to that because that'll really ruin the fucking trilogy for me. I love the crap out of that trilogy, and if they change Batman to be that childish, I guess 8-year-old themed superhero, then no, please do not. And it'll be interesting to see if they turn the Justice League movie into a, I guess, good kind of Avengers style movie to fit like both age groups, or whether they'll turn it into more of a childish thing or whatever. But I really don't want to see them turn Batman into a little, I don't know, kid's idol, I guess. Yeah, how'd you guys like the Avengers, do you think?
Yeah,
I like it.
I think Avengers are cool.
I appreciate it.
So
I don't know how they're going to get a sequel out of it though.
They'll find something. They'll like, oh look, there's a new villain in town.
Oh, they've got the sequel ready, but like, I mean, not everyone is into the whole superhero thing. I mean, some people see it as a kind of nerdy, geeky thing because it's like all comic book based from the I don't know, the past 50 years or whatever. But like, because we're the generation that connects Pokemon kids to our parents, we were kind of brought up with that kind of thing. Whereas if you were like maybe an 8-year-old, do you think that like not an 8-year-old, let's say the year sevens these days, do you think it would be something that you would go see, or is it like ew, superheroes like men in tights?
Well, that was my 10-year. Well, not 10. He's in year 6. Jeez. That was my cousin's reaction to. I asked him if he's seen Avengers. He's like, "Oh no, it's just superheroes and stuff. That's sort of lame." I'm like, "It's awesome.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?"
Yeah, no, that's the same with my cousin. He's like, oh, what's that? I'm like, Avengers, like the most hyped up movie coming out. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, nah, I watch fucking bloody Expendables, Call of Duty shit.
No, okay. So I think the difference between Avengers and Justice League is in terms of the characters. Apart from Thor, Avengers have it's more of like, okay, these people are humans who have either the ability to create a suit or have been bitten by something or have been like tempered with a little bit, and so they kind of they've got these human. They're more human than they are superhero, but it's more intelligence rather than um, rather than superpowers. Whereas Justice League, you've got like Wonder Woman and Superman.
But that's
That's what
why
makes
I like just yeah.
that's what,
See,
that's what makes Batman stand out, because he's just pure intelligence, really, with
well,
some
yeah,
money.
it almost makes me wish that Batman was part of the Avengers.
Yes.
Because I mean, I don't like the Flash. I don't like Green Lantern.
The Green Lantern movie was shit, but otherwise, before that, I like the character and the whole idea.
I liked
of
him when he was a nigger.
Yeah. Well, I just think that they've done a bad job in kind of keeping him that as that character. Like he's
As a nigger.
yeah.
I'm gonna go on a
we
mini
should
rant.
be using the derogatory terms.
I'm gonna go on a mini rant
Well,
and say that it's
we can let's
Alright,
just
fuck you.
bring my derogatory rant into the next topic.
Alright.
Like,
Well, Dom, go for your
alright.
rant
We'll
first.
save it for that. All right, Saw is absolutely like underpowered as shit in all of the movies, because that's bullshit.
I
Saw
hate
can take
Thor.
on everyone. He's like a god, and yet he actually struggles against Iron Man. No, fuck that, man. That's bullcrap. Just like rip his arm off or something. Like
Use
that
that
As
hammer.
if the hammer
got-
doesn't like crush Iron Man's suit and just like
He's got the hammer that weighs 100
Yeah.
tons. He's got bloody like
have
Jedi
you,
powers.
who sent me the video where Thor is versing the Hulk
Yeah.
and he has the hammer? Did someone send me that?
Yeah. I'll put that
And
in.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's Ego Raptor's vid as well. So,
Yeah.
but like
It-
that's bullshit, man. He's got absolute supernatural powers, and he's like, fucking can't beat man in robot suit, and then like,
I still think Iron Man, like Robert
movie
Downey
logic
Jr.
pisses me off.
Robert Downey Jr. plays the best Iron Man.
He does.
Like, I mean,
He does,
he
yeah.
just he takes that cake and
he eats
And
it,
just
eats
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
He uses his mouth,
puts it
guys.
in and around his mouth.
In and around his mouth.
All right. Anyways, speaking
Mouth.
about movie logic, we have Django Unchained, and if you watch that movie, you see people getting shot and flying kilometers away, sniper rifles without scopes,
Explosions.
and like
you missed the
you see
explosions.
A nigger on
Yeah.
a horse.
explosions.
Niggas on
You see
horse.
people getting shot by guns, and like thousands of liters of blood just like everywhere. It's crazy.
Oh man.
What would you guys rate the movie out of 10? We'll go with Joel first.
I've
Yeah.
fucking loved it. I'd give it an 8
I'd
or
give
a
it a
9.
8 or a
9.5.
Yeah, I'd 9.5.
I'd give it an 8.5. I mean, the first few minutes were a bit slow, but I'm very impatient like that.
Yeah.
It was a great story. It's some good mix between humor and the action and all that stuff. Yeah, the beginning and the end were a bit slow for me, and I don't know. It's something that I don't think I'd watch over and over. Maybe like 1 or 2 times. Whereas like Batman is something I watch like 25 million times.
See, I think I have a real kind of soft spot for westerns. Like my dad was a massive fan of westerns, so
I
for
used
that
to hate
movie,
him.
for that movie to come out and for it to have pretty much all the western cliches was just perfect. Like it took the cake. I think the only thing they were missing was a Mexican standoff.
Yes.
but it was fine without it.
Okay, can I point out something?
what?
There was a guy in there with the Australian accent.
That's
was
Tarantino.
No,
That is the director.
Tarantino, man.
But nonetheless, there was no Australians in America at that time.
That's the
ever.
point.
He would have been.
That
they-
was
he
the
must have been-
point.
No. No, but the thing is, he would have been seen as like retarded.
That
was
He
the
was talking
point,
like
though.
this.
That's
They're
what he
like,
was
is there
trying to
something
get
wrong with that guy?
across.
He's speaking
yeah.
weirdly.
Were you dropped on the head as a child, son?
It was to me. It was a perfect Quentin Tarantino movie. I mean, the amount of gore was just ridiculous. That I found it hilarious.
Yes, it's so ridiculous.
There
It's
had
funny.
to be there had to be explosions. That was, oh my gosh, that was entertainment at yeah. That made my
At its
night.
finest.
How can that like handful of TNT blow up that whole
That's-
entire
Let's
house?
try not to spoil too
That's
much.
how ridiculous it was. That's why I found it hilarious.
And
All right.
and the one scene where he's standing on top of the stairwell and he calls down to the woman and like he shoots her and her body just goes flying, not backwards from
Just
the shot.
45-degree angle from the shot.
Her body somehow goes like left. I mean, when you get shot from dead on, you fly back. You don't fly to your left or to your right or whatever. Like you.
You don't even fly. That's
Yeah,
the
you
point.
don't even
you
fly.
fall down. She flew. It was like some
It's like she
exorcism
got
in that,
sucked
man.
by a black hole or some crap, man.
Yeah.
Just to comment on DiCaprio's acting skills,
Oh.
and spoiler alert.
Amazing.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. So mute it, and then we'll start flashing on the screen when it's okay to listen.
You know what, fucker, they can
When
deal
he
with it.
when he cut his hand, on the skull, and then he rubbed it on her
yeah.
face. That wasn't meant to happen. That wasn't meant to be in the script. But he actually cut his hand on the shot,
Really?
and so he improvised and rubbed his blood on her face, and that was his like actual blood. It wasn't just kind of. So that,
That
in
was
terms of his
so good.
acting skills, kudos to him because he did a really good job.
Favorite actor.
I
Good job,
actually
yeah,
don't
we're-
like him.
What
What?
is
Okay,
wrong with
alright.
you?
Suddenly,
Are you
the band
fucking
stops
retarded?
and the lights turn off. What is
Don't
wrong
make me
with
get
you?
over there, Dom.
Alright.
I'll seriously get over there.
I'll actually
Give you a
drive to your house.
I'll give you a good spanking.
What do you mean? Why not?
No, I don't know. I just don't like. I just don't like him as a person. That's it.
What?
What do you mean?
What?
Alright, no,
How
wait, we
come,
gotta leave it
man?
at that.
No,
No, you can't
This
This
believe
is
it.
just
I don't
taking
like
a
him as
whole new
person.
turn of
What is
events.
wrong with
Dom,
you?
you need to explain yourself right now.
Justice.
No, it's just a personal thing. I just don't like him.
A personal.
Why?
On what basis? On what basis is it personal?
Why don't you like him?
He just. I'm just being judgmental. I look at him and I think, no.
You think the
okay,
Titanic, don't you?
You're a prick. You're
You
an
don't,
asshole.
you don't
Fuck
think of
off.
Inception. You think
You're
of
an
Titanic.
absolute snob of a human being.
No, don't even think that.
See that?
Oh, guys, we will end it there because it's getting on 30 minutes.
Shut up, you fucking idiot.
Where is it?
Alright,
Should we tell them
alright,
about the
alright.
news?
Anyways, yeah, that's me being a terrible human being and judging a book not by its fucking cover. Whatever it
A
is.
human
Anyways,
by his
we'll leave it at that.
face.
Alright.
Well, let's.
Oh,
I think
wait, before we finish, we have to talk about our upcoming channel.
Alright, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I was gonna say we should break the news, but
Wait.
Alright, you know what, Michael? Zip it, man.
Oh, thanks, man. My fly was undone.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay, so
Anyways, guys, we're having a channel, like as in a channel dedicated to the four of us, and I don't know whoever else fucking comes along. But right now it's just gonna be the four of us. What are we calling it again? Oh yeah, Hang Time. Unless we think of a better name. Basically, we're just gonna be doing absolutely anything and everything, from YouTube tutorials. Pat's really artistic and great at Photoshop, so he'll teach you guys to like I don't know, get an A in art, whatever. Joel's gonna be fucking around and being the comedian that he is, and Michael's pretty much the same thing. And point is, we're just gonna be doing absolutely everything stupid that comes to mind, from scary walkthroughs of like fucking Dead Space 2 and Amnesia and all that shit.
oh, Dead Space 3 is coming out.
Dead Space
That's
3 is
already
out.
to Pokemon, to World of Warcraft, to tutorials, anything, puzzle games, whatever you can think of, we'll pretty much upload it. And yeah, we're just gonna have a great time with it. You guys want to say anything before we finish?
Don't say whatever you can think of. Some people can think of some really fucked up shit.
Okay, well. Anyways.
Oh man.
Thanks for watching.
All right, we're done.
Alright. Thanks guys for listening.
Alright.
Oh, shout out to Sean.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, shout out to a very dedicated fan and viewer who we love so much called Sean.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Sean.
Sean.
We love you.
Thanks, Sean.
Love you, Sean.
Love you.
¿Por qué no?
¿Por qué no?
¿Por qué no?
All right, see you. Bye.
Las dos. ¿Por qué no?